Welcome Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your new moon in Aquarius reading. The new moon occurs on the 9th of February of 2024, and it is really emphasizing the transit of Pluto into the very earliest minutes of Aquarius. This lunation, therefore, is highlighting that transition of Pluto in the area that's described by your home environment, your domestic environment, and your creative pursuits, your romantic recreational activities, and the way that you enjoy yourself and are playful, even in your work or your connections to children, and your creative products can even be viewed as children. The reason there are at least a couple of areas that are being emphasized is that Pluto has entered into a 21-year cycle. It will go back into a Capricorn from mid-October to mid-November, and then it will move into Aquarius permanently for the next 20 years. So this is why it's impacting so many areas of your life. I am doing personal readings. They are described in information about those are in the description box below. I'm also doing a giveaway on or about the first of each month, and I take those I select those from the donations and the comments. Thank you all who are participating. And moreover, I want to thank all of you for your presence in whatever way that you support me. I'm thanking you in advance for that. So let's get started, Libra, with your overall energy for the new moon in Aquarius. We have the Six of Swords, and this is describing a change, a moving on from something that has been perhaps difficult, even chaotic or contentious, because of where the area of the area of your activities that are being focused on by the lunation. This can indicate a literal move from a home, a job, or some extensive travel, or simply traveling to a place, perhaps to engage in a project, participate in something that might turn into a creative opportunity for you. It may be a pleasure trip that may actually net an opportunity for some kind of growth or development on your part. But this is indicating that you are at a place of recognizing that it is time to move on. You may have been seeking this change for a while and having a lot of difficulty finding a replacement or simply releasing whatever environment, relationship that you are involved in that has been difficult. And this is in a place where you haven't felt seen. So you're releasing yourself from the past on your effort to not only find peace, but to accept these conditions as necessary to your forward movement, your success, the releasing of an old story or pattern. In the present, you have the Five of Cups, in the past, the Justice card, and in the future, the Two of Swords. So in the present, you are truly seeking a movement away from your deeper scrutiny of patterns that you have, that you understand now have led to failures. This is you taking some emotional responsibility for disappointments that you've had, recognizing ways that you have perhaps given energies away, given your power away to others with an expectation that it would be somehow returned to you. This can be based on old patterns of behavior that you perhaps did not question based on some old illusions about what your expectations were or should be. However, this release that you're experiencing is really about a recognition on your part that you really have the commitment to your own growth and development, your own evolution, in order to honor your dreams, to honor your potential, recognizing that the stories of the past are not the stories that you need to unconsciously continue to choose, but instead that you have a new story that you can select in order to pursue the things that are significant to you, that are important to you. You are allowing yourself to let the emotions of regret, disappointment, even suffering to flow freely in order to actually understand deeply what it is that you've already earned, you've already gained from this experience. So you've come into greater consciousness of the damage of certain kinds of experiences that were unjust or unfair. You may have be in a place where you have looked at your own history of perhaps giving away your power, contributing or participating in a setting, in an environment where you were unfairly treated, perhaps discriminated against, oppressed in some way, and you're now understanding that you can address this imbalance through your own energies, through your own awareness of your power. The sense of empowerment that you have begun to understand is something that you can share with others. You can connect this mistreatment to something that others have experienced, so that you may be becoming an advocate for the redress to this treatment, the unfairness, or the gathering of what you have earned, demanding, asking for, recognizing what you've already earned and ways that you can receive that. This can be part of the way in which you have worked and the kind of work that you do, so that you may be working on behalf of others in order to address social deficits that they may be experiencing. And that's one of the ways that you are healing these within yourself and on behalf of others by making an example of your behavior, providing remedies to the things that have been damaged or lost. You are, as a result of this process of really looking at and understanding the injustices you've experienced, perhaps that others have experienced, you are looking very deeply and honestly at your own experiences in a way that feels difficult. It may be part of this release from an uncomfortable or unprofitable, unproductive situation where you finally recognize that the power to sever this experience is within you. It's within your ability to choose happiness, to choose the pursuit of something that has deeper meaning for you. And that is part of a process that I feel that you are sharing with others as a part of your work or as a part of your personal relationships. I'm hoping that this is resonating for you, Libra. If so, please like this video, share this with others, comment below, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled the card Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And this is really quite relevant to the sense of your awareness of a way in which you have not been productive. You have not been able to pursue the things that are important to you, that do not reflect or express your experience or your desires. And part of this move away, this sense of recognizing the time to move on, is an acceptance of this experience, taking responsibility for your part in this failure or disconnect. I'm also going to pull a flora and fauna of Africa, and this is by way of thanking the ancestors for helping to prepare us for the work that we're doing. And this work includes, obviously, social work, work that supports our community and improves our world. And I've pulled the secretary bird. And the plant associated with this bird is the Mayflower. And the key words are confidence in decisions. Appreciate and nurture healthy bonds. Know when to detach and stand on your own. Take pride in yourself and what you do. This is really a beautiful confirmation of the courage and energy it has taken for you to move on, to understand that that is nurturing a healthy bond within you and for you. The Five of Cups in the present is clarified by the Star card and the Queen of Wands. And here is the confidence. And now we see the light, the passion that you may be experiencing at this time in order to activate a vision that you have of a better world, of a more positive working environment, of a stronger team with a higher goal or purpose. Excuse me. That may include alternative ways of addressing the social needs of others. So this feels like you are coming out of a sense of deficiency, a sense of looking at the way in which things have not worked out in the past, the lack of confidence perhaps, or the lack of self-respect that you may have experienced as part of an oppressive or I guess oppressive is a good word, imbalanced working environment or even domestic environment. And you really have gained the confidence by making the break from that, by being honest with yourself. Making the break is allowing you to be more clear, to be more courageous in your exploration of the dynamics of this space or place that you are breaking away from, that you're moving forward from. And part of that confidence has been empowered by this higher vision of a better environment in order to do this work, to work in a community where you recognize how the positive hopefulness, the empowerment of others can be realized. The Justice card in the past is clarified by the Knight of Swords and the Devil card. It feels to me like you've actually been engaging in a personal as well as a collective detoxing of sorts. You've been severing ties with people and situations where you recognize a set conformity requirement, so that you understand that the way in which you may have worked, or the organization or environment within which you have been working, is set up in order to require the conformity of you and others. It does not encourage originality, innovation in a way that has sent you forward as part of conversations, has sparked your curiosity as a way to innovate a way out of this situation, looking to new ideas, exploring new connections, new beliefs, new truths that may be being reflected in the social environment that you are in. Things falling apart, the rigidity of the structures that you've worked within, the rigidity of expectations that perhaps have led to this imbalance that you're experiencing, this sense of oppression or limitation, restriction, is really being addressed by you in terms of your willingness to be curious, to challenge the assumptions that are embodied in this past environment or relationships, and to spark conversations that not only facilitate your own truth telling, but actually open up the experiences of others as well. This is an openness to look at new belief systems and to explore those together. The Two of Swords in the future is clarified by the Four of Swords and the Five of Cups again. So we have a repeat here, which is always a confirmation of a process that you are going through. So this process that you are engaged in is about changing some of the patterns of your emotional landscape. And as I mentioned before, a lot of this emotional environment comes from habits, patterns, and relationships that come from our family of origin. This is social conditioning, ways we've learned to operate that for you have led to failures, disappointments. And instead now you're kind of backing up into this openness to explore new systems of belief by looking deeply at these experiences of disappointment, by understanding and taking responsibility for your own actions, recognizing how fortunate you are to have survived some of these really harrowing experiences and some of the catastrophe or even ruin that you have helped others to remedy, or you have cured on behalf of others, reflect experiences you have personally endured. And you have come out on the side of gratitude for the understanding, the lessons, the benefits that you've gained from these experiences, the growth that you've gained. This growth has encouraged you to open up again to an exploration of these ideas. It's actually set you on the path of a new spiritual foundation. This gratitude is a recognition that every challenge, every experience, whether challenging or positive, teaches us something, but that it is often the case that the more challenging, the more oppressive, the more restrictive in our environment, the greater the lessons, the greater we pull in to our strengths and courage to face and succeed, to make choices about moving away from environments that are not good for us, that are limiting us. And so this is really helping you continue on a process of exploration. It's a process of release, of letting go, of exploring this in tandem with others, in conversation, so that you are not leading this process, but you are deeply engaged in recognizing how old beliefs have not served you and that you are a part of activating this new vision. This is a community that shares resources rather than competes for them. Libra, I'm going to finish up with a hummingbird oracle. And I pulled Pollination is the title of this card. And it reads, pay attention to new thoughts and ideas, as they are seeds that will soon blossom into fulfilling opportunities and projects. This is a lovely confirmation. I want to remind you that I'm doing personal readings, and please check that information out in the description box below. Until next time, Libra, Namaste.